Welcome back to Auto Insight. Today we're diving into something that feels like pure American nostalgia fused with futuristic ambition, the idea of a 2026 Chevrolet Bel Air. A name that once defined an era of chrome, color, and cruising culture. The original Bel Air wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of 1950s optimism, post-war prosperity, and the birth of true American automotive style. Now imagine that legendary badge reborn for 2026, re-engineered for a world of electrification, digital technology, and modern performance. The 1957 Bel Air remains one of the most recognizable cars ever built. The sweeping tailfins, the massive chrome grille, the two-tone paint combinations, it was bold, expressive, and unapologetically American. If Chevrolet were to revive the Bel Air in 2026, it wouldn't simply recreate the past. Instead, it would reinterpret those iconic design cues through a modern lens. Picture a wide, low stance with muscular rear haunches. LED lighting signatures inspired by the classic dual headlamps. A sleek light bar stretching across the rear, subtly echoing the chrome strip that once ran along the trunk. Underneath, the biggest question would be powertrain. In today's industry, electrification is no longer optional. A 2026 Chevrolet Bel Air would likely sit on GM's advanced EV architecture, potentially sharing technology with the latest Ultium-based models. That means instant torque, impressive range, and the possibility of multiple performance variants. A base single-motor rear-wheel drive version could deliver smooth, silent cruising with around 350 horsepower. But the real excitement would come from a dual-motor all-wheel drive SS variant pushing well beyond 500 horsepower. Launching from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. However, Chevrolet understands that the Bel Air name carries emotional weight. For purists, a limited edition V8-powered heritage trim could also make sense. Imagine a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8 with modern tuning, active exhaust, and around 480 horsepower, blending old-school rumble with new-school engineering. That dual strategy would allow Chevy to honor tradition while embracing the future. Inside, the transformation would be dramatic. The 1950s interior was filled with bright chrome accents, sweeping dashboards, and bench seats. A 2026 Bel Air could reinterpret that charm through modern materials and technology. Think a wide curved digital display stretching across the dashboard, but framed with subtle metallic trim inspired by the original. Two-tone interior color schemes could return, perhaps combining deep red leather with brushed aluminum or creamy white upholstery with contrasting stitching. Technology would be fully integrated. A next-generation infotainment system with over-the-air updates, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, advanced voice controls, and a premium Bose or even AKG sound system designed to recreate the feeling of cruising down a 1950s boulevard, only now with crystal-clear digital audio. Chevrolet's latest Super Cruise hands-free driving technology would likely be available, turning highway trips into effortless experiences. Safety would be another major evolution. While the original Bel Air came from an era before modern crash standards, the 2026 version would be packed with advanced driver assistance features, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and 360-degree cameras. It would carry the strength of a reinforced modern chassis, delivering both performance and protection. From a design perspective, color would play a huge role. The Bel Air was famous for its vibrant personality. Chevrolet could reintroduce bold two-tone paint options, electric turquoise paired with white, deep metallic red, with black accents, or even a modern reinterpretation of the classic pastel blues and pinks. Chrome detailing would return, but in a more refined way. Satin finishes instead of heavy plating, giving the car a premium and contemporary feel. Aerodynamics would also be carefully engineered. While the 1957 Bel Air was all about visual drama, the 2026 version would need to balance nostalgia with efficiency. Flush door handles, sculpted side panels, and an active grille shutter system would help improve range and high-speed stability. Large alloy wheels, possibly 20 or 21 inches, would fill the arches, blending retro-inspired spoke designs with modern lightweight construction. Performance tuning would define the driving experience. If built on a rear-wheel drive platform, the Bel Air could deliver a balanced, dynamic feel. Adaptive suspension would allow drivers to switch between comfort cruising and aggressive sport modes. The steering would be precise, the braking system upgraded with large ventilated discs, and regenerative braking in EV versions would add both efficiency and responsiveness. Pricing would be crucial. Chevrolet would likely position the Bel Air above the Camaro but below Corvette territory. A starting price around the mid-$50,000 range for a base EV version could make it competitive with premium electric sedans, while high-performance trims could approach $70,000 or more. A limited Heritage V8 edition, if produced, might command an even higher price due to exclusivity. But beyond specs and numbers, the true magic of a 2026 Chevrolet Bel Air would lie in its emotional impact. The Bel Air was always about style and presence. It was about turning heads at every stoplight. A modern revival would need to capture that same spirit, not just as transportation, but as a statement. A car that feels special every time you walk up to it. A car that bridges generations, connecting grandparents who remember the original with younger drivers embracing electric performance. In today's automotive landscape, where crossovers dominate and design often feels safe, a revived Bel Air could stand out as something daring. It would remind the industry that personality still matters. That heritage, when handled with respect and innovation, can become a powerful force. Whether Chevrolet officially brings back the Bel Air or not, the idea alone sparks excitement. It represents the possibility of blending America's golden age styling with tomorrow's technology. It represents chrome meeting code, tailfins meeting touchscreens, and V8 thunder meeting electric silence. If the 2026 Chevrolet Bel Air becomes reality, it wouldn't just be another retro reboot. It would be a cultural event, a modern interpretation of one of the most iconic nameplates in automotive history. And in a world racing toward automation and electrification, that fusion of emotion and innovation might be exactly what the industry needs. This is Auto Insight, where we explore the future of legendary machines. Let me know in the comments, should Chevrolet bring back the Bel Air as an EV, a V8 muscle cruiser, or both?